The Reflection in the Attic. Part 1. A quiet, forgotten town lay nestled at the edge of an ancient forest, and on the outskirts of this town stood a house that had been abandoned for as long as anyone could remember. People used to say it was cursed, that something dark had happened there many years ago. But over time, the whispers faded, and the house became a forgotten relic of the past. That was until Sarah, a young woman with a curiosity that always led her into trouble, moved into the town. She had heard the rumors, of course. The house on Hawthorne Hill was talked about by the locals, always in hushed tones, but Sarah wasn't one to shy away from a challenge. So, she decided to buy the old house, determined to restore it to its former glory. When Sarah first arrived, the house was just as the locals described, decaying with ivy creeping up its sides and the scent of mildew hanging heavy in the air. Yet there was something more unsettling about it. The windows, though shattered, still seemed to watch her, as though the house itself was aware of her presence. But she shrugged it off. She had a renovation project to begin. For weeks, Sarah worked tirelessly, scraping the peeling paint, fixing the broken roof, and slowly bringing the house back to life. But then, one evening while exploring the attic, she stumbled upon something odd. An old, full-length mirror standing against the far wall, its glass cracked but still intact. The mirror was covered in dust and cobwebs, but there was something strange about it. Sarah felt an odd compulsion to clean it, to make it shine. She wiped away the grime, and as the surface became clearer, she was struck by a strange feeling of déjà vu. The reflection staring back at her wasn't quite right. For one, it was darker than the rest of the room, almost too dark, like the mirror was pulling in the shadows. And her reflection, it wasn't her. At first, she thought it was a trick of the light. But as she stared at it, her reflection began to shift, as if something was moving just out of view. Slowly, the figure in the mirror started to change, its features becoming more distorted. It smiled at her, a twisted, unnatural smile that made her heart race. "Sarah," the reflection whispered, though its lips never moved. Follow for part 2.